Okay, so now that we've done our contour, you can see I've got some contour on my face. It's not been blended in yet. This is when I like to apply my highlight color. So I'm gonna show you just how simple it is, especially when you start with your contour. Literally all you're doing is kind of filling in the empty spaces. I'm going to use my main highlight color and I'm literally just going to fill in those empty spaces. I'm using the 30-second hack brush, which is my personal favorite brush to hack with. It's my favorite one to use as an all-in-one brush and to suggest to people. It's a really great starter brush, easy to learn on, and it feels really sturdy in your hand. So I like to suggest that to people when they're first starting out. Filling in the spaces, not going over my contour because it doesn't need it. Unless of course you need a little bit extra coverage, maybe you've got some breakouts or maybe you've got some scarring, it's totally okay to put it on top. But in a lot of cases it doesn't need it. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a little bit down the bridge of my nose, in between my contour lines. And the reason it's called the 30-second hack brush is because it's really fast and it's really easy. So I've already applied everywhere that I didn't have, where I had an empty space. I'm gonna blend the two together. A lot of times the blending actually takes me longer than it does to apply everything. So you can apply really, really sloppy and just rely on the brush or the sponge to kind of bring it all together. Really rely on that sponge to pick up excess product, to push it into the skin, and to really bring everything together. Don't forget your nose. Okay, you could totally stop here if someone is wanting to stick with just the very basics, one of each color. You can stop here, move on to blush and then illuminator. But I'm going to show you, while I have you, the trick and the difference that it can make in using a second highlight color, kind of like a brightener shade, a concealer shade. The shade will typically be one, two, three shades lighter than your main highlight color. It's the exact same product, so you'll get great coverage from it, but you'll just get a little bit more brightness in the middle of your face. So I'm gonna use this color here. It's 2 shades lighter than my main color. I'm just gonna use my finger, although you can totally use a brush. I'm gonna put that close to the inner corner of my eye and blend it out, kind of in like a pie pea shape. Down the side of my nose, really getting it into that inner corner to bring the brightness there. And then repeating on the other side. Make sure you come down the side of your nose so that it's not obvious that you're wearing a separate color, because if it's only under here, it will be obvious. So make sure it's nice and blended in. And another way to bring this all together is to put a dot on your chin as well. Kind of right here. Help with the redness that's around the nose typically. A dot between the brows. Kind of fan it up. And then down the bridge of your nose. And look how much more brightness that brought to my face. It just brings all of the focus to the eyes, which is what we always want. Use the sponge to, again, pick up excess, bring it all together. Look at that. So, of course, like I said before, you can totally stop without adding a second color, but adding a second color just really brings home the whole mascara glow, lit from within, candlelit, perfect lighting following us at all times. That second highlight color will really help bring that to life. So there is highlight and contour, and I'm going to show you a little bit now about blush and then illuminator after that.